Welcome to the sun-soaked gem of the Adriatic, Split, Croatia. Imagine cobblestone streets echoing with ancient footsteps, Roman palaces transformed into vibrant living quarters, turquoise waters stretching endlessly into the horizon, and locals who balance the charm of tradition with the energy of modern life. Whether you're planning your next trip or just dreaming of the perfect coastal escape, buckle up, because we're diving deep into the soul of Split and the Croatian lifestyle. Split hugs the central part of the Dalmatian coast, right between Zadar and Dubrovnik. This makes it a perfect hub for both land and sea adventures. With a population of around 160,000 people, Split is the second largest city in Croatia and the largest on the coast. It's a city where every stone has a story, and every day feels like a postcard. At the heart of Split is Diocletian's palace. Built over 1,700 years ago for the Roman Emperor Diocletian, it's one of the best preserved Roman palaces in the world. But it's not just an archaeological site, it's a living part of the city. Locals still live and work inside its ancient walls. Cafes and shops are tucked into Roman architecture, and echoes of centuries-old footsteps blend with the buzz of modern life. From the peristyle square to the soaring bell tower of St. Domnius, there's something magical in the air here. In the cellars of the palace, you'll find the filming location for Daenerys dragons from Game of Thrones. Yes, that's right. Split is one of Westeros's real-world homes. Right outside the palace lies the vibrant Riva Promenade. Palm trees sway over elegant cafes where locals sip coffee for hours. Musicians play soft jazz while the scent of the sea blends with espresso. The Riva is where life happens, quiet mornings, buzzing afternoons, and golden sunsets. Towering behind the city, Marjan Hill offers a green escape from the urban rhythm. This forest-covered hill is crisscrossed with trails perfect for hiking, jogging, or cycling. Ancient chapels hide between pine trees, and panoramic views stretch across the Adriatic to distant islands. For a slower day, follow the winding paths down to Bene or Kastuni, secluded beaches where locals swim, read, and unwind. Not far from the city center, the sandy curve of Bakbis Beach welcomes sunseekers and swimmers. It's not just about tanning here. Locals gather to play pisagan, a traditional ball game played in shallow water. The rules are simple, but the moves are acrobatic. You'll hear laughter, splashes, and the occasional cheer from a perfect dive. History buffs can take a stroll to the Split City Museum, tucked into a Gothic palace within the old town. The museum offers a peek into the city's rich past, from medieval artifacts to interactive exhibits. For those drawn to visual arts, the Gallery of Fine Arts showcases Croatian creativity from the 14th century onward, offering a colorful perspective on the country's artistic soul. And if you're curious about deeper roots, the Archaeological Museum is a treasure trove of prehistoric, Roman, and medieval finds. Founded in 1820, it's the oldest museum in the country. Markets are where the pulse of a city really beats. Just east of the palace, the Green Market, or Pazar, is a bustling open-air bazaar. Stalls overflow with fresh produce, fragrant herbs, local cheeses, cured meats, flowers, and handcrafted souvenirs. It's a sensory overload in the best way possible. For a change of pace and a dose of drama, take a short drive to Klis Fortress, perched high above Split. With sweeping views of the coastline and rugged mountains, this medieval fortress once protected the region from invaders. Today, it offers quiet contemplation and epic photo ops, not to mention another Game of Thrones filming location. And if you have an extra day, head over to the nearby town of Trogir. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a maze of narrow alleys, Romanesque churches, and Venetian architecture, all wrapped in the gentle sound of lapping waves and the smell of grilled fish. Beyond Split, nature calls from all directions. About an hour and a half to the north is Krka National Park, a wonderland of waterfalls, emerald pools, and lush riverbanks. Unlike Plitvice lakes, which are beautiful but off-limits for swimming. Krka lets you dive in near the base of some of its falls. Wooden pathways wind through the forest. Boats glide quietly across the water, and small chapels add touches of serenity to an already peaceful landscape. To the south, behind the coastal town of Makarska, lies Biokovo Nature Park. This dramatic mountain range rises straight from the sea, and at the top, the skywalk Biokovo dares you to step out over a glass platform suspended above the cliffside. The views are jaw-dropping, especially on clear days when you can spot Italy on the horizon. And then there are the islands, Hvar, Brač, Vis, each with its own character, each just a ferry ride from Split. Hvar boasts lavender fields, buzzing nightlife, and Venetian facades. Brač is home to the famous Zlatni Rat Beach, a shape-shifting spit of pebbles that dances with the wind. Vis, once off-limits to tourists, now offers quiet villages, secret coves, and the famed Blue Cave. When it comes to accommodation, Split offers everything from 5-star luxury to budget-friendly hostels. Hotel Park Split, near Vis Beach, oozes elegance and coastal charm. Boutique hotels like Palace Judita or Heritage Hotel Antique offer intimate experiences in historical buildings with modern comforts. Mid-range travelers will find plenty of stylish options like Hotel Lux, while backpackers can settle into friendly hostels in the city center. Airbnbs are plentiful, especially in the Veli Veros neighborhood, where stone houses and narrow alleys give a true taste of Split life. The climate here is Mediterranean, hot, dry summers and mild, rainy winters. July and August are the hottest, often soaring above 30 degrees Celsius, with buzzing nightlife and packed beaches. Winter is quieter, with temperatures rarely dipping below 7 degrees Celsius. If you're looking for the sweet spot, visit in late May, June, or September. The sea is warm, the crowds are thinner, and the prices are gentler. Croatian is the official language, but in Split, English is widely spoken, especially in shops, hotels, and restaurants. You might also hear snippets of German and Italian, thanks to the city's popularity among European travelers. The currency is the euro, and while cards are accepted almost everywhere, it's wise to carry some cash for smaller shops or markets. The economy in Split leans heavily on tourism, especially in the warmer months, but also includes shipbuilding, fishing, agriculture, and a growing tech scene. The lifestyle here is relaxed, with a focus on family, food, and enjoying the moment. It's common to see locals spending hours at a cafe, sipping a single coffee, chatting with friends, and watching the world go by. Speaking of food, Split's culinary scene is a celebration of the sea and the Mediterranean. Grilled fish caught fresh that morning, black risotto made with cuttlefish ink, pašticada, served with homemade gnocchi, and platters of local prosciutto and cheese. Olive oil is liquid gold here, and wine flows freely. Try playback Mali, a bold red grown along the coast, or Paso, a crisp white from nearby islands. Dining is an experience, not a transaction. So settle in, take your time, and savor every bite. The nightlife in Split dances to many rhythms. You can sip cocktails by the sea, join a DJ-fueled beach party, or just grab a bottle of wine and head to the Riva with friends. Central the club is the hotspot for dancing, while more laid-back vibes can be found in the bars of Veli Veros or the Peristyle, where live classical music sometimes fills the ancient square. Split is safe, walkable, and welcoming. While summer brings more hustle, the city still feels personal, warm, and human. Locals are friendly and helpful, and even if you stray off the tourist track, you're never far from a smile or a story. If you're visiting, pack light but bring swimwear, sunscreen, and sturdy shoes. A reusable water bottle is a good idea, and so is a camera, you'll want to capture it all. Get a local SIM or eSIM for easy data, and download the local transport apps if you plan to explore beyond the center. But above all, slow down. Don't rush from site to site. Sit by the water. Watch the sun dip into the Adriatic. Listen to the church bells echo through the stone streets. Talk to someone over a long lunch. This is how Split is meant to be experienced, not as a checklist, but as a living, breathing rhythm of life. As the sun sinks into the Adriatic Sea and the sky turns shades of orange, rose, and violet, Split awakens in a new rhythm. By day, it's a city of marble alleys, ancient palaces, and seaside cafes, but by night, Split becomes something entirely different, a city of music, movement, and mood. The nightlife here doesn't just begin. It unfolds, slowly and confidently, the same way the locals enjoy life, without rush. The energy begins along the Riva promenade. As twilight sets in, this palm-lined waterfront turns electric with laughter, clinking glasses, and live performances. Locals and travelers gather at terrace bars that spill out into the open air, each with their own unique soundtrack, from mellow acoustic sets to jazzy reinterpretations of Croatian classics. The lights of boats shimmer on the sea, and couples stroll hand in hand as friends gather for a night that might stretch all the way to sunrise. For those in search of a vibrant start, cocktail bars like Sanctuary or Nor set the mood with expertly mixed drinks and stylish interiors. Sanctuary is tucked into a charming alley near Diocletian's palace and offers a cozy hideaway with a creative drink menu and a cool, friendly vibe. Nor, on the other hand, is sleek and modern, with an impressive cocktail list that includes local spirits and unexpected infusions. Each sip feels like part of an evolving story. Venture deeper into the old town and you'll find tiny bars carved into ancient stone walls, glowing with soft lights and buzzing with laughter. These aren't tourist traps. They're where locals come to unwind after work, to talk, to listen, to debate, to flirt. The lines between indoors and outdoors blur here, and you'll often find groups sitting on the stone steps with a drink in hand, music floating through the warm night air. Diocletian's palace, by day a UNESCO-protected monument, becomes a playground at night. Tucked into its courtyards and passageways are venues like Academia Ghetto Club, a beloved alternative spot where music, art, and community come together. It's a place for the free-spirited, for those who like their nights a little bit unexpected. With underground DJs, pop-up exhibits, and spontaneous dance floors, it's a cultural pulse hidden behind ancient Roman walls. Central the Club is one of Split's most famous nightlife venues and offers the full dance experience. It's a high-energy space with state-of-the-art lights, a booming sound system, and international DJs spinning everything from deep house to reggaeton. Weekends at Central attract both locals and visitors, all dressed up and ready to lose themselves in the rhythm. The parties here go late, really late, and the crowd doesn't start showing up until after midnight. If you're in the mood for something more relaxed, head to Marbelvi's Library Jazz Bar, a literary-themed lounge that serves craft cocktails and fine wines in a warm, candlelit space. Named after Marko Marulic, the Croatian father of literature, it offers a quiet, cerebral contrast to the wilder venues just around the corner. You can sit with a book in one hand and a perfectly stirred Negroni in the other, surrounded by shelves of old novels and soft jazz notes hanging in the air. Split's nightlife spills across the city, from rooftop bars with panoramic views to beachside lounges where bare feet meet cool sand. Bikbis Beach, during the day a family-friendly hangout, transforms into a local nightlife hub after dark. Nightclubs like Tropic Club and Bikbis Club open their doors to dance lovers, partygoers, and live music fans. From DJs spinning beats under the stars to theme nights with neon lights and energetic dancers, the beach clubs of Split offer an atmosphere where summer never ends. Head a bit farther out and you'll discover Zinta and Obojena Savjetlost, two beach spots that draw a more local crowd. Here, you'll find people lounging with beers, guitars, and Bluetooth speakers, creating spontaneous parties on the sand. It's laid back, unpretentious, and very Split. But no night out in Split is complete without food, and this is where Croatia's culinary traditions come to life. Dalmatian cuisine is a feast of flavor and simplicity, guided by the Adriatic Sea, local farms, and centuries of Mediterranean influence. It all starts with the freshest ingredients. Fish straight from the morning catch, vegetables pulled from family gardens, wild herbs gathered from the surrounding hills, and olive oil pressed from trees older than most buildings in the city. Begin your culinary journey with a plate of persit, Croatian dry cured ham. Thinly sliced and aged in mountain air. It's typically served with slices of sharp pasky sir, sheep's milk cheese from the island of Pag, and drizzled with local olive oil. Add a few olives and some freshly baked bread, and you've got an appetizer that's simple, rustic, and bursting with tradition. Another must-try is pašticada, a rich beef stew marinated in vinegar and spices, then slow-cooked with red wine, prunes, onions, and cloves until it practically melts on the fork. It's served with homemade gnocchi and is a beloved dish for weddings, holidays, and Sunday family lunches. Seafood lovers are in paradise here. Grilled fish, often sea bass or dorado, is served whole, seasoned only with salt, garlic, parsley, and olive oil. There's crni rižot, or black risotto, dyed with squid ink and loaded with cuttlefish and clams. Brudet, a slow-cooked fish stew with tomato, garlic, and white wine, is usually served over polenta and tastes like the essence of the Adriatic in a bowl. Saparnik is a lesser-known but truly traditional dish from the nearby Poljica region. It's a thin pie filled with Swiss chard, onions, garlic, and parsley, all baked under a metal dome covered in hot coals. Originally a humble peasant dish, it's now recognized as part of Croatia's cultural heritage and often served at local festivals. You can't talk about Croatian food without mentioning peka. This method of cooking meat or seafood with potatoes and vegetables under a bell-shaped iron lid buried in hot embers is a true event. Whether it's octopus peka or veal, the result is always succulent, tender, and infused with smoky, herbal flavors. It's often enjoyed in family-owned canobas, traditional taverns that feel more like someone's cozy living room than a restaurant. For something on the go, try a barek, a flaky, savory pastry filled with cheese or meat, best enjoyed hot from a bakery in the early morning hours after a night of dancing. It's the unofficial hangover cure of the Balkans and pairs well with a cold yogurt drink or just a strong espresso. And what's a great meal without a drink in hand? Croatia's wine culture dates back thousands of years and is as diverse as its landscapes. In Dalmatia, red wines like Playback Molly are kings, bold, earthy, and sun-drenched, often grown on steep island slopes that look out over the sea. Whites like Posip and GRK are crisp, floral, and perfect with seafood. You'll find family-run wineries throughout the region, many offering tastings and cellar tours. For something stronger, there's Rakija, the fiery fruit brandy that's more than just a drink. It's a welcome, a celebration, and sometimes a cure-all. Made from grapes, plums, figs, or even walnuts, it's usually homemade and often offered in shot glasses as a sign of hospitality. Don't be surprised if someone hands you a small glass before you've even ordered dinner. Croatia also has a rising craft beer scene, with local breweries like the Garden Brewery and Barba offering creative takes on IPAs, lagers, and stouts. In Split, you'll find bars like Leopold's and Mandril that showcase the best of Croatian craft alongside international favorites. Desserts bring the evening to a sweet finish. Try Rosada, a creamy custard flan with caramel topping, similar to creme brulee but flavored with a hint of rose liqueur. Or sample frityul, tiny donut balls dusted with sugar and often spiked with raisins or citrus zest. Perfect as a late-night snack or after-dinner treat. Eating in Split is more than a necessity. It's a ritual, a celebration of life. Meals are long, conversations flow, courses are savored, and the act of gathering around a table is one of the city's greatest joys. Together, the food, drink, and nightlife of Split tell a story, of heritage, of passion, of connection. Whether you're sipping a glass of wine in an ancient courtyard, dancing barefoot by the sea, or sharing a platter of grilled fish under the stars, you're not just a visitor. You're part of the rhythm, the flavor, the soul of Croatia. Thank you for joining me on this flavorful and unforgettable journey through Split's nightlife and traditional food culture. If you enjoyed the vibe, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more travel stories, insider tips, and culinary adventures across Europe and beyond. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, or as they say in Croatia, živjeli. Thanks for being here. If you enjoyed the journey, give it a like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your Split stories or travel tips. Until next time, ciao and happy exploring.